Welcome to Contextual Electronics. My name is Chris Gamble. Today we're going to be talking about using 4-layer boards and hotkeys. I think I've alluded to this in past videos, specifically when I was taking the board we're going to show you here from 2 to 4-layer, but I really like having a specific set of hotkeys when I'm doing a 4-layer layout, and I kind of carry that over to other things I do. So I reset it for if it's a 2-layer board or 4-layer board, whatever. So let's take a quick look at how to change around your hotkeys in general, and then how to do it for a 4-layer board. So this is the board we were talking about. We've been looking at this a couple times here on the Contextual Electronics videos as KiCad 5.0, and we are in KiCad 5.0. So first things first, we should say that this is a 4-layer board. You see over on the right side here, we do have 4 layers available. What I'm going to do is go to Preferences, and then I'm going to go to Hotkey Options, and then I'm going to go to Edit Hotkeys. Now, if you don't know, Edit Hotkey, this is on a different screen for me. If you don't know, hotkeys are like one of my favorite things that are available for us, because it really allows you to kind of have a, if you're a gamer at all, you probably know when you have like a mouse and a keyboard and it does that kind of thing. It's a very similar setup in my mind, and I really like that because the mouse is really what you're using to move traces around and manipulate things. But all of the other actions you're going to be doing are usually done with hotkeys. And so if we take a look at what's actually happening here, these are the hotkeys that we have available. It used to have a question mark brought up the actual hotkeys that were assigned. I don't believe that's actually the case anymore, which is unfortunate. So you do have to go into Preferences and then Hotkey Editor here. But what I wanted to show you is that the different layers that I set up here, and there are a lot of things going on here. So you can see that we have zoom in, zoom out, all of these things. You know, and you can do these things. You can basically set these to whatever you want to. So if you wanted to change your zoom in, right? So current one is F1. If we want to change that to M, or how about Z? Now it's going to basically change that stuff. Or it's going to basically, you only have so many keys available, so you have to be careful about what you're taking up here. So I'm going to say no, but that is how you do it. So basically, you double click it, and then you push the new key, and that's how you bring it back. Now, if you want to set it to default, you can do that as well. Okay, so we're going to go down here and go to the layer count. Where is this here? Okay, so this is the one that I choose here. And again, this is really just how I do it, but I think this is a really useful method for me because that helps me to visualize it. So what I do here, these are actually normally set to page up and page down. So let me do that real quick. So this is page, you got to double click it first. So normally this is set to page up, and this one's set to page down, and that's usually the way you switch between the top and bottom layer. Some people like that because you have up and down. You can think of top and bottom as well. What I like doing though is I double click. I hit top layer as 1, and bottom layer as 4, and then inner layer is 2 and 3. So let me show you what this actually allows you to do here. So as I'm routing now, let me start a trace on the first layer. Now I'm going to hit via to drop a via. Now I'm going to hit a click to drop it. Then hit 2, now I'm on the second layer, drop a V again, hit 3, drop a V again, and then 4, and there we go. So what we've actually just done now is we've actually cut through all different layers. We're going from layer 1 to layer 2 to layer 3 to layer 4. And what you see is basically I'm able to switch through the different layers really quickly, and I like actually the ability to visualize layer 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just hitting those keys there now. Now, if I wanted to go and make this a 6-layer board, obviously I'd have to go in and do a 6-layer board first. So I'm going to go back into Edit Hotkeys. And what I would do then is this would have to be 6, which is already selected to something else. So I'm going to, well, I'll just say that's fine. I can reset this stuff later. And then this would be 2, 3, and then inner layer 3 would have to be, this would now be 4, and this would now be 5. Right, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And same thing here. We don't actually have the layer set up, but if we did, we could basically switch through and say each layer is now numbered on the keys. And I think that's actually, at least for me, that's a easy way to kind of remember which layer I'm on and which layer I want to go to. So this is just a quick look at how to switch your hotkeys around. Like you saw, there are a ton of other hotkeys there, and I think that is a great way to optimize for you. Some of it is going to be learning what the hotkeys are, so starting a trace drawing is X, right? And if you really want to, you can do Alt-6 is to do a differential trace. And you can basically customize this as much as you want to. I do recommend you kind of learn the initial ones, the default ones first, and then start to customize to your needs. If you want to learn more about hotkeys and how to do layout, you can do that over at contextualelectronics.com. If you want to ask about the hotkey function, you can do that on the KiCad forum. That's forum.kicad.info. That's all for now. We'll have more videos about KiCad and hotkeys and doing layout here on Contextual Electronics. Thanks for watching.